Hi, Malati Vijay Kumar welcoming you once again to Meen Man Cooks. In today's episode, we are going to see Kandi Podi. Let's see how to prepare Paruppu Podi. Let's see the ingredients required. 1 cup tur dal, half a cup moong dal, half a cup chana dal, salt to taste, half a teaspoon of hing, half to 3/4 teaspoon of jeera, 8 to 10 red chilies. We've taken a few Guntur chilies and a few Kashmiri chilies. Today for a change, let's cook on the induction cooker. Now let's get started. Now let's switch on the induction. Press the menu. By default it goes to 1600. We don't want that higher temperature. We'll select the 300. That's the lowest. Let's dry roast our ingredients. Now let's add the tur dal first. Even on gas, your dal should never be dry roasted on a high flame. Roast it till it gives a nice aroma and the color also changes. This should take anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. Don't go by the minutes alone. You need to see the change in color and of course the lovely aroma of the roasted dal. Oh, lovely aroma. Can you see the change in color now? Now let's remove the tur dal. Allow this to cool. In the meanwhile, let's roast our moong dal. Pan as it is hot, so this won't take too long and the quantity is less. Like our tur dal, the moong dal also is ready. Once you get the flavor and the color changes, it should take about 2 to 3 minutes maximum because we are using only half a cup. Already I can get a slight aroma, but it needs to change a little color. You can see a slight nice brown appearing. It's done. So let's switch it off and transfer it to the plate. Now to the hot pan, let's add the chana dal. Chana dal is likely to take just a minute more than the moong dal. It's slightly more mota. But this also you will go by the aroma and the color. Ensure you don't burn it. It's done. Now let's switch off the stove and transfer it to the plate. Now let's dry roast the red chilies. It's better to dry roast the red chilies without oil. You may cough a little, but it doesn't matter. It changes the flavor of the Kandi Podi. Once the chilies are done, you'll get the flavor and you can add the jeera and switch off the stove. It's done, so let's switch off the induction and add the jeera. The hot pan, the jeeras get roasted nicely. I can get the flavor already. Let's transfer the roasted chilies to another plate. We'll allow it to cool. We'll grind this first and then add the dals. Mala, I remember quite some time back you had requested me to prepare this and on the show, and Rama Varanasi from Hyderabad very kindly shared the recipe. Oh my God, she's awesome at it. It was like having my mom's preparation. It was so good. There are variations. See, we like it slightly coarse. It goes well with steamed rice. Commercially, whatever is available is generally very fine. It's up to you. You want it fine, you can make it. Some people like to add chili powder instead of roasting the chilies and grinding. That's an option. You can choose whichever suits you. All the roasted ingredients have cooled down. It's time to grind them. Let's add the hing also to the blender. Let's open. Yeah, now once we add the dal, it will be fine. Now let's transfer the dals to the jar. We've added only 50% of the dals to the mixer jar. We'll grind it first, remove it and add the remaining dal. Now let's open. Oh wow. Oh my God, smells nice. Now let's remove the ground powder to another plate. so that we can grind the remaining dal. Now let's transfer everything to one large plate so that we can mix them all. Now let's add a little less than a teaspoon of salt and mix the entire ground powder. This way, when you're mixing it, all the ingredients blend well and they cool also, so you can transfer it to a nice airtight container. As kids, we used to love it. I remember my brother used to call it gunpowder. It goes very well with nice piping hot steamed rice and of course ghee. Generally, we people from Krishna district prefer to have it with ghee, but Meen Man's friends in Hyderabad, they prefer to add the oil from the avocado pickle. They say it adds a nice zing to the Paruppu Podi and it makes it a little more spicy. Try it both ways. You can add a little pepper powder and decrease the chili powder. That's another option. Some like adding garlic. I prefer not to. Take a call whether you like the garlic or not. If you are adding garlic, remove the peel, dry roast the garlic as well and crush it. The shelf life is slightly less as compared to this. All said and done, it needs to be eaten within a week and it tastes ultimate. Do not store it for too long. This can be given to kids as well. That's why we don't make it very spicy. Now let me taste and see if it is spicy or not. Very nice, really nice. I love the flavor of the jeera in it. It's good for digestion. Dals can be a little heavy on the tummy, but it's not very spicy. Any day feeling lazy to cook, this is the best option to have with your rice. I'm sure this has motivated you to cook. Do try it and give your feedback. For the recipe, click on meenman.com for all your non-veg requirements as well. Click on meenman.com and place your orders. Do follow us on FIT, that is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thank you.